I'm Professor Neha Singh, and I teach Gen Zers and see their conflicts with relationships up close and personal every day. Studies say that about 27% of people face mild or severe depression after a breakup. But when you see your ex-boyfriend uploading stories with all his friends right after your breakup, seemingly having all the fun in the world, depressed is not the word you'd use to define them. Your emotions during a breakup may have been high, and you might have immediately experienced grief. But for guys, how they behave can sometimes be all over the place. Let's take a look at how do men behave after a breakup. Rebound relationships. Men get distant after a breakup and try to suppress their feelings. The best way to do that is by plunging into the arms of another, even if they don't really like that person too much. In most situations, it's just a technique to forget about their ex, and they soon realize it's not the most effective method to do so. Self-destructive behavior. How often have we romanticized a heartbroken man turning into an alcoholic in the movies? It's a common phenomenon, and men are more susceptible to it. As an act of trying to show the world how his ex has damaged him, some men may actively partake in self-destructive behavior. Even if it might be superficial and unhealthy, it's a clear sign a guy is hurting after a breakup. Pretending to be nonchalant. The reason why we've used the word pretending is because men are taught that showing vulnerability is a sign of weakness, and weakness is the opposite of manliness. In the beginning, when you're running out of tissue boxes and talking to all your friends, he may try to spend some time alone and act like he's not sad at all. When a guy is hurting after a breakup, he often tries to avoid confronting the difficult feelings, since difficult conversations are not his forte. Delayed onset of grief. When you're thinking about how men behave after a breakup, you must realize that most men suppress their feelings to the point where they don't deal with them for the longest time. That's exactly why his social media accounts are buzzing a week after the relationship ended, but all run dry 3 months after that. Most men usually delay dealing with their sadness because distraction is a lot easier than confronting their feelings. The desperation stage. How do guys behave after a breakup? Once the delayed grief sets in and they realize they missed their partner, they're going to beg for them back. In the beginning, he may have seemed distant after a breakup. It may have seemed like he couldn't care less about his ex, but once his anger fades away, the drunk calls will happen far too often. By this point, he has finally acknowledged the breakup and is feeling all the hurt he was avoiding. Pretty soon, he'll start his actual moving on process, questioning his self-confidence and worth. After a breakup, guys start to feel replaceable and not worthy of love. The rejection might get to them emotionally, and his self-confidence can take a hit. This is one of the most common phases of any breakup, and it's pretty much around the time men stop shaving or looking after themselves. Trying to move on. The moving on stage looks different for every guy. Some may try to do so by taking up more responsibility at work, and others do so by spending all their time at the gym. You'll see him seeking new experiences, trying to make new friends, trying to find a purpose in life, apart from just his past relationship.